As far as what information the interviewer still needs, boy, I think there's quite a bit that is still lacking. We could start with educational experience. We could start with how much classroom time have you had? What kinds of subjects have you taught? What is your educational philosophy? What do you think the biggest challenges are to students of this generation? What would you think is your best success in the classroom? What are some things that inspired you to become a teacher? How about, who has been one of the most influential people in your life? What we're trying to get at is what makes these candidates tick so that we can understand what kinds of connections those teachers will be able to make with our students and what kind of examples they will be for their lives as we're trying to shape and mold the young leaders of the future. I do understand the concerns for why we need to avoid these particular questions, why it could be problematic and lead to some legal gray area at best. I do tend to think that tricky questions are not the best way to go. I think there's so many other options for how to get the necessary needed information from an interview without having to be underhanded in any real manner. I think the best strategy is to be honest about what kind of a person our district is looking for. What kind of paint a picture for the employee of what that job looks like and what kind of a person we're looking for to fill that role. And then ask questions about, something that taps into the candidate's experience. Like looking at their application, for example, you can say, I see you have experience at so-and-so school. Tell me a little bit about what your job looked like there. And that just opens up a dialogue that you can then put things together from to kind of paint the picture. I think it's also a good opportunity for in an interview to be able to see a little bit of their teaching, if possible. So if you could, before the interview is to happen, have them prepare a mini lesson and get some real life interaction that I think is in which I think it's hard to hide the reality of how good or bad a teacher could be in that few moments. So that's what I think. Have a great day, guys.